The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Set, red 83!
Welcome to The Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to The Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to The Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to The Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in The Locker Room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my new intern, Erin Ewing. And, of course, producing today, Alex Berardis, as we're in The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on a snowy Sunday. Good morning, Erin. Today's your debut in front of the microphone.
I know. I'm so excited. I hope everyone out there goes easy on me.
Well, we'll take it real easy on you. Pull the mic closer to yourself. There you go. Everybody knows that you're making your debut today?
Yeah. Yeah, I told them. So everyone's really excited for me.
All right, Alex Berardis, good morning to you. You guys were all in that group text last night. I was at a bar in Philly called Barley's. I met my nephew. And Marsha and I went over there, and it was a really cool atmosphere because there was a lot of Bills and Broncos fans in there. And there were a couple guys, I think Rob and John, I believe their name was. And we're going back and forth. It was a cool atmosphere. I thought the game was pretty exciting, Alex. Game one.
Those poor Bills fans. I mean, I don't know how much worse it can get for these guys. We were talking about before the show, brutal pass interference calls, both of them ended the game. The one lob to Brandon Cooks, that was a catch, turns it into an interception. The refs in that game looked like the refs in the Eagles games last week.
The officiating in both of the last couple games, I don't think has been particularly good. But you can't let the stripes decide the game at the last play of the game. You got to let them. That wasn't. It might have been pass interference, but you don't throw that penalty at that late in the game, that deep in the towards the goal line.
Yeah, no. Steratore himself even said the drive before there was a questionable call against the Bills. He said, not in this situation. You let the boys play. And then he contradicts himself literally the next drive when they threw the flags on those plays and said, yeah, I think it's a good call. Dude, you literally just said let the boys play. Let the boys play. Come on now.
And the Flyers, man, what's going on with them? Are they in a free fall or what, Alex?
Kind of seems like it. I mean, look, if you don't have goaltending, which this team doesn't right now, it's rough sledding.
0-5-1 in their last 6.
Yeah, this was a must-win game for them, in my opinion. They're coming down from 5 straight losses. They have the worst power play in the league, and right now it's crunch time. Like, this is after the Christmas break. The games are getting harder to play, and they haven't been playing well. And this was a big turnaround game for them. They're playing the Rangers, who are
they needed to beat the New York Rangers. They stink. They're not a good team. They give up a lot of goals.
Yeah, I mean, they are arguably more of a mess than the Flyers. They have a great roster, but haven't been able to put it together for the past 2 years, really. And so to play this game at home before they go out on a West Coast trip, this was a must-win game for them, and they didn't get done.
And the Philadelphia 76ers, they had yesterday, today off. They play Monday against the Pacers.
They had a brutal loss to the Cavs, too. They were up late in that game by like 8-10 points. Cavs come down and just win the game. I feel like that's been a common theme for the Sixers team, where they get up, they just can't close out these games, and it's starting to get a little annoying here, Nurse.
People are starting. I was getting text messages from people that knew Mark Grimes sent me a text. They said it's all my fault.
Was he there? I was looking for him. He wasn't.
We went to the Flyers game and they started the skid, right, against the Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
Craig Berube's team. We were there, and they've lost. They're 0-5-1 in their last 6 games.
I think we gave them the locker room mush. I mean, lost that game, haven't won since. They've been outscored 31-12 since that game. Like, that's a problem. And then we go to the wild card game, and the Eagles lose that one. I think we might have done it to ourselves, Billy.
Self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
We're the cause of all this.
Of course, we're going to continue to commiserate about our Eagles. How about this, Aaron and Alex? 20 free agents on the Eagles roster. 10 on defense, 9 on offense, and the punter. That's
you got to think. So the big ones there.
10 on offense, 9 on defense, 1 punter.
Yeah, so the big ones there, you're going to have Nakobe Dean, Jalen Phillips, Dallas Goedert, Reed Blankenship. Those are your big 4, I'd say. Now, Brandon Graham, he's kind of an odd situation, but I think he's
done. I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back.
It's just got to be whoever Howie thinks he can bring back and who's going to set themselves up better for when all these young guys are going to want to get paid and how they're going to have enough cap to figure all that out.
And
that's
of course, we have a great show lined up today. This is the last week we're going to hear from Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. We do a segment called Keys to the Game, and he calls in and gets us all pumped up for the Eagles. This is last week because the Eagles were eliminated, so he's going to wrap his segment up this week. Then we have Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. P.J. will be checking in at 11, and then at 11:30, my fantasy football guru Brian Hartley is checking in for his last time this football season. How fast did the season go by, Alex?
I mean, hey, I started in August here. It was like right end of August, so right around when football season was starting. I can't believe we're already here. I mean, when I booked my flight to San Francisco, Billy, that was 3 months ago, and we're already here. We're going in 2 weeks.
Of course, I used to work for U.S. Airways, which is American Airlines, so I'll be able to hop on a plane because I can still fly for free. And but I'm looking at the flights to San Francisco, and they're down to 50 seats on the plane. If, I got to watch. I got to keep my eye on it, Alex.
Why don't you just hop on it?
I don't want to pay a full fare. I don't have to. By the way, Alex, have you ever been to the West Coast?
I've been to L.A. twice.
So you know what that flight's like?
Yeah. I mean, the flight back is supposed to be shorter, which I'm happy for, but I'm way in the cheap seats. I took an aisle seat, but I'm still way in the back.
It's almost 5 hours out there. Have you ever been to the West Coast, Aaron?
Yeah, actually, I've been to Washington State to go visit family, but that was a long time ago. I was like maybe 4 or 5. So
that's a long flight.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's tough. You know what? And when the teams travel across the country, I can buy that there's a little sluggish or it's hard to keep your legs under you, right? For when you travel that far, but when you're just traveling staying on the Eastern Seaboard, it's not as hard. It's not as difficult for the travel for any professional hockey or professional team, sports team.
Do you really think it's that much of an impact?
Yeah.
You do?
When you travel west of this, yeah. It's a long flight.
I mean, one team traveling today, or they already traveled, but the Rams in Chicago tonight, that Chicago weather looks like it's no joke tonight. They're saying it's going to be single digits, maybe even negative.
Soldier Field, man.
That's why all these teams are putting these domes over the stadium. I hate it. We got to have football weather. Like when we went to the game last week, it was freezing cold, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Hey, Alex, I got to take my hat off to you. You didn't go in once. You sat out in the freezing
it's a playoff
cold.
Game.
I know.
Billy.
When we ripped Dave Klemek, he left the game 8 minutes before the game was even over.
Now look,
a playoff game, Aaron.
That was the whole show yesterday. Was just ripping into.
It should be. Josh's face was the best of that when he was walking out. I looked and I was like, "Look at he was flabbergasted." But no, it's a playoff game. What am I going to do? Leave?
No, you can't. But you didn't even get out of your seat once.
Nuggets got some food. He got food early on, but other than that, we toughed it out the whole time.
Listen, I was out there the third most, right?
Yeah, no, you were there.
Because Dave, the other Josh.
Dave was making his rounds throughout the game,
and even Josh Hennick came into because we're sitting in the club box, and if you go where you're sitting out with the peeps in the stands, but then when you walk in, you're inside.
That's the best of both worlds.
My God,
where that was. Because don't get me wrong, PJ, all you've done for us, very appreciative. Week 1, we were in the suite, like the very nice seating. But
fully catered,
yeah. But when you're in with the fans for a playoff game,
there's nothing like it.
You can't beat it.
And of course, we're going to commiserate a little bit still today. It's a tough pill for us to swallow. He said, "Hey, Alex, that was a hard ride home."
You had a 15-minute ride home. I had my car at Billy's house. I had to drive all the way back down the shore by myself after that loss. It was a quiet ride home.
I told Josh he should go with you.
It was a quiet ride home. I think Dave actually had the right idea. He saw what all of us couldn't see, that they weren't going to pull it off.
Yeah, but Alex, the Eagles still had a chance to win the game. They had the ball in the last drive.
We were talking. We said we're going to. I think you even said we're going to do it. We're going to do it right here. And then we all know what happened. But
Alex, you remember how pumped up we were, last week? Right?
Yeah.
How enthusiastic we were?
You would have thought the Eagles had already won the game listening to this
I was
show.
overconfident because I really believed, Aaron, that they were going to win the game.
Now, what's our guy's name? Aztec saying, our prosper is our masks our fear. Our arrogance masks our fear. What a comment that was. That was from out of nowhere, but I love it.
All right, we got 2 hours to get it all in. You ready to go, Aaron?
I'm ready.
You ready to go, Alex?
Let's go.
All right, the first hour of Locker Room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Aaron Ewing, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen to the NFL Divisional Round.
The exciting action of the NFL postseason is on Westwood One.
No time on the clock. Still looking. He's going to throw it up to the end zone. Intercepted. The game is over.
Hi, this is Scott Graham. Join us this weekend for the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs. The hour-long pregame show kicks off Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. From now until Super Bowl 60, the NFL playoffs are on Westwood One.
Listen to the NFL Divisional Round later today on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well, I'll take this one.
What? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, But Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there. It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back rocking it here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, my new intern, Aaron Ewing. Excuse me, Aaron. So you know what, on the that thing that hangs in the back of your throat, that's swollen. It's laying on the back of my tongue. I can hardly talk.
You hear that, listeners?
Yeah, what is it called, Billy?
I
don't even say it because he doesn't. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's horrible. It's like laying on my tongue. I can hardly talk. So I got a sore throat.
When the lights are bright.
Yo, man, show must go on, Alex. I don't mess around.
I was down and out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, he was sick as a dog. He came in, he went over to Bud the Call of Duty, and he lasted the whole show.
When the lights are bright.
Yeah, man.
Got it done.
All right. Billy even said after it, thing with radio is it don't care how you're feeling. You got to show up.
You got to show up. I don't think I've only missed in 10 years, probably about four or five weekends, like total. That's not bad. I don't.
It's a good record.
Yeah, man, you got to be here because we're in the locker room.
Nothing could be finer.
And even though the Eagles lost last Sunday, Alex, Nicky Earnshaw, Josh, Dave Clemick, and the other Josh who works with Dave, we're all at the game. We're all sitting together. I was pumped up. And remember I said to you, Alex, I said, we set ourselves up for a big disappointment because if they lose, as excited as we were, like we're going to be that let down. And I think we were, weren't we, Alex? I mean, that was a horrible experience.
I really didn't think we were setting ourselves up for failure. Look, especially with how bad San Francisco looked last night. Against Seattle's not that much better than us. We have a better offense than they do. Not better play caller, but we have better guys than they do. And then how bad they made the 49ers look last night, it was pretty embarrassing that we could only get 19 points against them.
And Dave Clemick even said, we didn't deserve to win that game last week. We didn't deserve to go deep in the playoffs. The way they played all year was indicative of how they performed on last Sunday afternoon.
Didn't you feel some sort of like a sense of relief a little bit, though, that it was over? Because I even said to you on that final drive, if we somehow squeak out a win here, we're not beating Chicago. We're going to Chicago and we're getting the doors blown off us. So it was kind of like
it's almost like they didn't deserve. You're right. They didn't deserve to go any further because of the way they played all year, and they do have problems. I mean, obviously you saw Sirianni yelling at A.J. Brown. There's a lot of speculation that he's gone. He's asked for a trade. We read an article saying that in the third game of the season, he was already asking for a trade.
Who knows with him, honestly. I do think a lot had to do with it with the play calling. I don't think AJ liked Kevin Patullo's. Maybe
guess what, Alex? Jason Avant, who breaks down film for NBC Sports Philadelphia, he did a great job. You know what he said? He puts most of the blame on the players. They're the ones that have to go out and execute. Yeah, Patullo's as an offensive coordinator, he lacked imagination. They didn't have a screen pass. You see him throw a screen pass at all? Maybe they don't have it even in their arsenal.
No, I think this year it was just, as a fan, it was just miserable to watch them because every game it was just like,
we had such high expectations for this team.
It was like winning by the skin of their teeth.
See that, Alex?
Yeah, I see it.
She makes an evaluation. It's easy. When I said during the course of the season, I said this win wasn't aesthetically pleasing. It didn't make you feel like this is a good team. Yeah, they won the game, and everybody says, "Oh, an NFL win's a win," but the way they won didn't give you too much confidence, did it?
No, all year long it happened. And honestly, going into this playoff game, I wasn't super optimistic about it. I mean, the 49ers are, they were one of the worst teams going into the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, like it's been the theme all season long. It's just the offense has been tough to watch. They can't get plays together. They can't execute. And you know, it was a tough loss at home, and it was tough to lose in the first round. But you know, it wasn't a surprise to me.
Well, they've got problems, and they're gonna have to work it out. We just gotta hope Howie Roseman can continue his dominance.
Yeah,
should I use the word dominance as a general manager in the NFL?
Yeah, when it comes to Howie, yeah, I think you can.
I'm looking for a stat of the places where the Eagles ranked. Here, hold on.
Anything that's offensive is
go.
going to be low.
Offense, we established this yesterday. 30. The Eagles were 30th in the league. 4 or 5 weeks, which was 24% of the time they were 30th or less ranked in the NFL. But on defense, they had a couple 8s. They have a couple single digits, 8, 7, 8, 9. They improved as the season went on. But they didn't. I mean, they still let up 23 points to the 49ers, which, you know, their offense isn't. They're not a juggernaut.
The defense didn't come out to look. They gave the offense a chance to win this game. I'm not going to complain that the defense was the reason for this game. Could they have made a stop late in that game instead of allowing a touchdown? Yeah, but I do think week after week after week for now in the playoffs, it was 19 weeks. These guys are probably tired. They're probably exhausted of having to bail out this offense. And look, especially when you're going up against a great head coach like Kyle Shanahan and a great offensive mind like him with, you know, Christian McCaffrey, it's tough. Defenses, look, 23 points allowed in an NFL game against a quality team, you should be able to match that.
Yes.
So now I'm curious, Billy, it sounds like you're siding with Avant here. Where are you putting this blame?
That's a great question, Alex, because remember we were leaving the stadium, I said, I'm not going to put this loss, hang it all on Jalen Hurts. But after further review.
Please.
But after further review, Jason Avant illustrated how he missed people that were wide open. They ran, the 49ers were running a cover 4, and they ran all 4 receivers right into the cover 4.
Yeah,
they're like basic stuff.
On that final drive, the Eagles ran 10 plays. 4 of those plays were ran twice on that same drive. So you're just reusing exact plays. And look, you could say Jason Avant, players got to make plays. We saw Jalen Hurts looking at Nick Sirianni in that huddle right before the 4th and 11 call. He's saying, what is this guy talking about? Talking about KP. You can't just run comeback routes at the line, at the sticks, and assuming something. Now, look, could Jalen have not thrown it into triple coverage to your tight end? Sure. But his wide receivers weren't giving him help that game. Smitty dropped the ball. AJ, of course, had like 4 drops. But there was just so much blame to go around. I'm just happy it's over.
Well, like I said, when I first looked at it, I didn't want to put all the. I'm not putting all the blame. Obviously, it's a team effort from coaches to players, but they still got to go out and execute.
Well, I'm curious what the people have to say. Text in our text board 609-403. Wait. 0973. Wow, I just had a.
That's all right. You see, that even happens to you young cats.
Let us know. Where are you putting this blame?
See, when I forget stuff, I just call it a senior moment.
Yeah, I had a senior moment there. Let us know. Where are you putting this blame at? Because we're kind of seems like having a little bit of a different opinion here, right?
Yeah, 609-403-0973. Who do you put the blame on for the Eagles' loss? Could be Jalen Hurts. Offensive line didn't play well. They were banged up, but they couldn't hold blocks.
That was all season.
All season long.
I said it yesterday on Josh Hennig's show, Hanging with Hennig. What was so effective for the Eagles' offensive line last year and years before, the second-level blocking. Yeah, sure, you went at the line of scrimmage, but if you're running these pull blocks and get into the linebackers and setting those blocks up there, that's where your running back's going to make his money, especially with a guy like Saquon Barkley. You just give him a little bit of room, he's going to take it to the house. That was the big problem. The offensive line couldn't get past the line of scrimmage. They'd meet their man at the line and then couldn't outman their guy to give Saquon a lick of room. And
you know, remember when Jason Kelce was the center for the team a couple years ago?
Yeah,
he'd go off and he'd go get a secondary block. He'd go downfield.
He was blocking safeties.
Yeah, he get his initial block, get off that block, go downfield, get another block. They don't have that anymore.
Because and big guys beat up on little guys. When your offensive lineman's getting downfield, blocking corners, safeties, linebackers, you're trudging away for your running backs to make it to the house.
A tough loss.
And then the week got worse. Bo Bichette to the Mets of all teams.
I contacted Mr. Met. You thought he would have been gloating. He didn't really say too much. All I put to him was stinking Mets.
See, like, if you're not even excited about it, you don't deserve him. Now, do you blame Bo for what he did?
Well, I mean, blame him? No, he went free and took the money.
No, because I'm hearing a lot of people saying, now look, I do think when he comes to Philly, it's going to be another Cutter Gauthier situation with the Anaheim Ducks. But, I mean, the Eagles or the Phillies.
Nah, you know what? I don't think, no, because Gauthier said he didn't want to play here. Bichette just took the money, so he can't be, he's doing what's good for his family.
Well, no, I agree with, because I'm saying if I was in Bichette's position, I would have done the exact same thing. I just think, one, it's the Mets. Two, you kind of toyed with us, then decided to not go with us. But I still think the fans are just going to lay into him.
A few years ago, way before you two cats were born, J.D. Drew, he didn't want to play in Philadelphia. They threw batteries at him, which I don't recommend because you can hurt somebody serious. Yeah, he would get booed. Like every time he came up to bat, he didn't want to play in Philadelphia for the Phillies.
All right, well, we got some text coming in here about who gets the blame for the rough season that the Eagles had. Jeff from OC, blame is 90% Kevin Patullo. No imagination to the offense, same plays and same results every game. Why does he still have an office? I'll drive him to the airport.
See, I can't. What do you say? 90%?
Yeah.
Nah, I'll put Patullo 45-50%.
All right, now we got Evan from Little Egg Harbor. Who do I blame? I blame the whole team. They've missed kicks all year. They've dropped passes all year. They've read books on the sideline all year. That entire team needs to start from the bottom and build back up again. Buy Jalen Hurts, buy A.J. Brown. You're gone. No one's going to miss you. All right, Evan, I was on board with you for the first half of that. If you're looking to get Jalen Hurts, who would you like to replace him with? One of these guys in the draft, Tanner McKee of all people? Come on, who would you like to replace?
By the way, you know what's worse about this loss? Quinyon Mitchell had a phenomenal game. He had 2 interceptions. When we talk with Scott Grayson, and we'll talk with Scott in a few minutes, he always says, what? When I get the 3 keys, ultimately one key is turnovers. They win the turnover battle with 2 cool interceptions by Quinyon Mitchell, and they still lose the game.
He had a rough start, but, yeah, those 2 interceptions. As I said, defense didn't play great, but they gave him a chance to win.
Right. It's unbelievable. 609-403-0973 is the number. Send us a text message. Who do you put the blame with for the Eagles losing with their abrupt end of the season against the 49ers last week? We're still commiserating about our Eagles. Send us some Flyers talk, some Sixers. Both teams aren't playing particularly well. Hopefully the Sixers can get off the schneid tomorrow night against the Indiana Pacers. But until then, it's the January freeze is in, Alex.
I'm so looking forward to being in the nice, warm West Coast sun.
He's getting ready for Radio Row already. All right. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. If you go there inside the Ocean Casino, if you're already winning when you're in the casino, especially at La Scala's. They have handcrafted Italian classics, fresh seafood, and their signature cocktails, all steps away from the action. Dinner before the show, late night bites after the big win. That's La Scala's. Let's eat. Go to LaScalasBeachHouse.com. All right, when we return, we'll get the keys of the game with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Aaron Ewing, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Pacers.
Tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Sixers ball, Maxey and McCain. Now Jared for 3. And he bangs it in. Jared McCain from deep.
It's Sixers basketball. Tomorrow night, coverage begins at 7 p.m. It's Sixers basketball all season long.
Are you kidding me?
On South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Hi, this is Billy Schweim. If you're injured or if life takes an unexpected turn, you need a team that'll fight for you. At McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshack, and Davis, you'll get battle-tested trial lawyers with decades of experience standing up for justice. Whether it's personal injury, criminal defense, or complex civil litigation, when everything is on the line, you want attorneys with experience and a reputation as one of the most successful firms in the United States. Call McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshack, and Davis, 215-981-0999, or online at mpmpc.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
My brother, who's older, is a tough guy. He always gets me something, and I have to appreciate it. Hey, man, I got you this. It's a knife. It's a buck knife, like 11-inch Bowie knife. I know you like knives. I go, I do? He goes, well, at dinner, you're always like, can I have a knife?
David Spade, I Got a Feel For It tour. Saturday, March 7th, Ovation Hall and Ocean Casino Resort. Tickets are on sale now at theoceanac.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live here in the studio. Billy Schweim, my new intern, Erin Ewing is with us. And, of course, Alex Berardis producing today. And we're, like I said, we're commiserating about our Eagles' loss. An abrupt end to the season, but I don't think this team is in the right place. I think they got, with A.J. Brown and all the stuff going on, maybe it's just well they lost, you know? I mean, I was so excited for that game last week. I was let down. Now it's time to get my keys to the game with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the Locker Room. Get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Let's go to the sports hotline and welcome in our good buddy, Scott Grayson. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Billy. Still dealing with the loss, are you?
Yeah, you know what? We all went to the game. The Locker Room crew was there.
Right.
It was great. I was so pumped up last week, Scott Grayson, and we were so let down after the loss.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Billy. I was too. But, I got to a place after the loss as I started reflecting on it. And you know where I think this team is? I think they're at the point where they had to take one step back to hopefully be able to take two steps forward.
Right.
I think changes needed to be made. And if they didn't lose in the first round, I don't know if some of those changes would have been made. So, ultimately, I want to believe that this team is going to get to a better place as a result. But it's not a place any of us wanted to be right now.
I watched NBC Sports Philadelphia during the week the show, and I saw Jason Devon. He breaks down the film, and I think he does a pretty good job. He explains it really well like a coach, and he showed that AJ Brown missed a couple blocks that could have sprung Saquon Barkley for long runs. He didn't hold his block. It was like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, well, let's go to the whole screaming match between Sirianni and AJ Brown that happened. I really don't believe Sirianni that it was to get AJ off the field. That did not look. I mean, you have assistant coaches that do that. They'll make sure guys get off the field. I think that there was a little frustration brewing over what he was seeing AJ do on the field, and I think anybody who thinks AJ gave 100% effort out there is probably kidding themselves. It did not look that way. So I think there's some real questions that need to be asked about A.J. Brown's future. I know they are being asked. But ultimately, Billy, I really don't think he's going anywhere. It costs you $20 million off the dead cap hit to get rid of him.
But Grayson, there was an article written in the I think it was the Athletic or Philly Voice that he had asked for a trade 3 weeks into the season. Have you heard those rumors?
I don't know if it was. I don't remember whether it was potentially that early into the season that could have happened. But do you remember the conversation that happened at one point between Jeffrey Lurie and A.J. Brown at practice?
Yes, he went to pray.
So if you connect the dots here, what do we think happened there? I think Jeffrey Lurie told him, there is no way we can trade you until after the season. You need to just be a good soldier, keep your mouth shut, because if you do speak out, you do continue to be a problem, it hurts our ability to try to trade you.
Right.
And so I wonder if that is what happened, because you didn't hear much from AJ after that. I mean, you could read body language. You could see things like that. I think it was a bad look to not talk to the media after the loss.
Yeah.
And there's some things here that still need to be cleaned up. But where are they now? Well, if I'm the Eagles, I don't want to take a $20 million dead cap hit for one of the better receivers in the league. What I'm going to try to do is to get this guy to play at the level we know he can play at. How do you do that? Well, you got to do that by bringing an offensive coordinator whose job is going to be to come in and I would think right away say, hey, AJ, I don't see you as a 1,000-yard receiver. I see an opportunity to get you between 1,500 and 2,000 yards, and I want to make that happen. I need you to help me make that happen. And then you start building an offense off of things like that. And whether or not it gets there, you get him buying in from the beginning. And I think that's the offensive coordinator that this team needs to try to find.
We're talking with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson, as we do each and every weekend throughout the season. At 609-403-0973 is our text board. Our question, Scott, is where do you put most of the blame? A lot of people put it with Jalen Hurts. He didn't really, he did not. Obviously, the coordinator's lack of imagination contributed to his lackluster performance this year, but he didn't play particularly well when the lights were the brightest this year.
No, I expected to see Jalen run a little more, particularly when the season was on the line, and we really didn't see that. The one run got called back. That was about it. So, I mean, I stop and I ask myself, okay, what makes Jalen Hurts a really good quarterback to a borderline elite quarterback, a Super Bowl MVP quarterback? Well, what makes him that? It's his ability to be a dual threat quarterback.
Right.
What we did not see this year was a dual threat quarterback. We saw a guy who wanted to try to throw the ball and extend plays, not looking to run, but extending plays to try to throw the ball and eventually throw it away more often than not. That's not what makes Jalen Hurts the best version of himself, in my opinion. So the Eagles need to also, as I said, describing the job description of the offensive coordinator related to A.J. Brown, I'm also looking to this offensive coordinator to say, you got to find a way to get Jalen Hurts to be this again. Now, I don't want to see an offensive coordinator who comes in here who's somebody that Jalen Hurts is extremely familiar with. I think sometimes we do our best work as human beings when we're pushed out of our comfort zone into a place where we have to create a new one. I think Jalen Hurts needs to be pushed into that place. And so they need a guy who's going to do that. But Jalen Hurts has got to get back to running the ball. Now, you could look at Jalen and you could say, I think he's looking for a contract extension this offseason. If I'm the Eagles, I'm not giving it to him. I haven't seen you do what made you, as effective a quarterback as you were to get this last contract. So I'm making him go and play for it. Well, I think Jalen, to a certain extent, was very careful to not get hurt this year because he wanted that contract extension. And that was not the Jalen Hurts that we needed to see. Now we're in this awkward place where he's not happy, where the team's probably not happy. And now you got to find a way to get all of those pieces to get back in the right place to create a puzzle that is complete, that has this team playing well moving forward.
Scott, you're talking about the offensive coordinator situation, and the whole thing with Jalen Hurts has always been how many coordinators he's ran through in his college career and pro career. In this offensive coordinator search, are they more looking for someone with longevity who's going to stick around a bit longer for Jalen's sake, or is it just best name and we'll just deal with it if he leaves next season?
You heard Howie Roseman talk about it. I think they're looking for the best guy for the job, and they're okay with him moving on afterwards, because if somebody does leave afterwards, it probably means they had a really good season, potentially another Super Bowl season. And so Howie's fine with that. I like what's going on with defense right now. I really like the fact that they got a guy in there like Vic Fangio who is building something that the players can consistently come back to year after year and know a system. I would kind of like to see them do that on offense, but I get it. I mean, they won a Super Bowl with Kellen Moore, who left right after that. He was here 1 year. You can't argue with the fact that you can get there that way and win one. So if they get a guy who's the right mind, who can really, allow his, and this is the other key for me, like this Nick Sirianni playbook needs to go. Like it's gotten stale. And whether Petullo was forced to run a bunch of that or not, whoever the new guy is needs to have, I think, full autonomy to do exactly what he wants, to run the plays that he wants, to call the game he wants, with occasional input from Nick Sirianni as the head coach. But this needs to be their offense. It needs to be their playbook. And that, in my opinion, is what we have not seen much of over the last few years.
We're talking with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. They got 20 pending free agents, Scott. 10 on offense, as we mentioned, 9 on defense plus the punter. So there's going to be some major changes next year, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where you look at the offense this offense was paid so much money, and it performed so well it was underperforming of what they were paid. You look at the defense now, and there's a lot of guys over there who you got to pay, and I don't think people want to see a lot of those guys leave. They're young, they've got experience, Super Bowl experience for many of them, and they're going to start to need to get paid to get to in order to keep them here. So I think you look at some of those guys on defense. Well, the only way you're going to be able to pay them is to then not take care of some guys on offense. Well, I mean, I think Dallas Goedert's played his last snap here. They've got to get younger at that position. They've got to, save some money in other places too. So I look to them to spend more on defense and draft more on offense and get younger there.
And of course, Scott, they've got to do something about the right tackle in the draft. Address Lane Johnson. He hasn't been able to stay on the field the last 3 years. He's ultimately always had some type of nagging injury. He's getting up there in years, so they gotta maybe get that right tackle in the draft so we prepare for the future.
Yeah, I think, when you look at the offensive line in general, Billy, you ask yourself, okay, I think everybody was worried about Saquon Barkley losing a step after everything that happened with how many carries he got last year and the yardage. That was a lot of blocking for those offensive linemen, and they had to block clear into February of last year.
Yeah.
I think to a certain extent you say, well, why was that offensive line so banged up? I think part of it was the amount of what they did last year was so great. I think it wore them down a little bit. So I expect those guys to come back. I expect Jordan Mailata to come back better. I expect Cam Jurgens to come back better. Landon Dickerson needs to get healthier in the offseason and come back better. Lane Johnson, you brought him up as a great question mark. Do we know if he's coming back or not? Will he retire? I can't imagine he wants his career to end like it just did. But you've got to know that with him coming back to try to play another year, you've got to have a guy ready to come in for him if he does get banged up again. And, I think it was disappointing to see what happened. They never put him on IR. They thought they were going to get him back. They never did.
Scott Grayson, put a grade on this team in general for this year.
I think, look, they did some good things in being able to win back-to-back division titles. You don't want to overlook that. But, where this team is right now and where they've set the bar, didn't meet it. I look at this team and say they did not achieve their greatness. They did not achieve what they should have. I give them a C.
See how I let in the Grayson's grades? See how I did that?
You must have done this a time or two.
All right, Scott Grayson, I got to tell you, man, all in all, it was a great season having you on each and every week. We really appreciate and love your input, your perspective on the Eagles. Because let's face it, Clevick always asks you if you're down at this facility. But we really appreciate all the hard work and fun times we had this year covering the Eagles. We appreciate you, and we'll see you at Radio Row.
I know. Can't wait. And listen, after seasons like this, Radio Row, we get some good stuff. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to getting that. And of course, watching the Schweimer work Radio Row.
He's going to be in his fantasy football punishment outfit, too.
I'm not going to hang anything around my neck. I'll tell you that right now.
I look forward to it.
Scott, thank you so much. We really appreciate you, and we'll do it again.
All right, you got it. Take care,
All right,
guys.
there
Have a
he
good
is.
one.
Scott Grayson with the keys to the game for one last time. Brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City. And ultimately, I should have probably asked him too, like, Aaron, ultimately, one of his keys to the game is turnovers. And they win the turnover battle, right, Alex? We said during the game, you win the turnover battle, they still lost.
That might have been one of the only times this year, I feel like, where we won the turnover battle but didn't win the game. It was just Scott was always on point with that because it felt like every loss we had this year, we lost the turnover battle.
Yeah. Disappointing, Aaron.
Disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Very disappointing.
And you know what? I keep going back to last week in my head, Alex, how pumped up we were.
Maybe
people were ridiculing me on Instagram and saying, remember I said at one point I said we smelled blood in the water or something like that? Like we were
There's so many clips that you could go back to look at last week and just look at how much big buffoons. We thought the offense was playing possum in the regular
Like,
season.
what made us think that?
First drive, I looked at you, I said, they ain't playing possum. This looks brutal.
It was, you know what, bottom line, Aaron? It was the same offense the whole entire year, like you said.
Right. But
They didn't change anything.
I think you guys might have cursed the team.
Oh, thanks. No, she's piling on us, Alex.
You know, you could go join Clemic and just leave early. You know, like
I'll leave 8 minutes early.
Yeah.
By the way, I went back and looked at the footage from yesterday. That was pretty funny.
What was his excuse? He said he was still watching it as.
Yeah, he
was
said they didn't
walking
leave the
out.
building. They didn't actually leave the stadium area until the end of the game.
Sure,
I find that hard to believe. Remember, he left with They left with 8 minutes to go in the game. How long did it take to exit the building?
I think it was the kickoff when we were giving San Fran the ball. Was it?
I know it was right at the 8-minute mark.
It was like what? I was in disbelief. I really couldn't believe it.
All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees it fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Where do you go to get an offensive coordinator who's proven in that town, who's never going to get a head coaching job again? Frank Reich is your answer. Done and done. Make him the offensive coordinator for the next few years. He's not going to be a head coach in this league again, so there's a solution. Is it better than Kevin Patullo based on experience in Philadelphia and based on the fact that no one will hire him as a head coach? That's what they need.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
That's another amazing run by Team USA.
Mom, think I'll be on Team USA one day?
Well,
I'll take this one.
what? Are you speaking to us?
Yes, and to answer your question, anything's possible, especially with Xfinity.
So, I can be the best snowboarder ever?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but Xfinity can guarantee that your internet price won't change for 5 years.
Okay. What if I practice every day?
Then maybe you'll be snowboarding for Team USA at the next Olympic Winter Games. And Mom, you'll still be paying the same price for Wi-Fi.
Ooh, really stuck the landing there.
It's the Xfinity Gold Medal Celebration. Now through February 22nd, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi for 5 years guaranteed, just $50 a month. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. That's a $10.99 value per month. Xfinity. Imagine that. Proud partner of Team USA. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Actual speeds vary.
Caesars Sportsbook app is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game, like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code Radio250BM and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose. Open to new users in New Jersey for 21 or older. Minimum odds -500. Award is non-withdrawable bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live here in the studio. Billy Schweim and my new intern, Erin Ewing. Of course, Alex Berardis producing, co-hosting today. And it's a dreary day. Hey, I left Collingswood this morning, and there was like 2 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
You saw it when you were up in Belmar, right?
It was slippery out there, but we made it here.
I guess, Alex, remember we were our last performance at Lascaux, and there was that blizzard that day? Well, not a blizzard, but
yeah,
it's still pretty good. The expressway was reduced to 1 lane.
That was one of the worst.
I got to Lascaux at 10:01.
I left my house so early. I was white-knuckling driving 25 miles an hour the whole way down.
Our own Fran McLaughlin that does the high school athletes in the spotlight, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. He also salts his pretzels and he salts the roads.
We needed him that day. But, all right, we got some more texts here. Who gets the blame for this Eagles season? We got Dan from EHT. My blame is Eagles didn't have an edge. No hungry dogs, no Rocky Way in them. Super Bowl hangover, I guess. I think he's got
I agree with that.
There.
I do too. I do too.
We were playing the Rocky music to end the show last week. I thought
Fly Eagles Fly.
Yeah, Fly Eagles Fly. We had
about 48 text messengers with predictions of the only 2 of them, by the way. Scott from AC is getting. I'm getting him Giants gear. T-shirt. He's not even a 49ers fan. We had 2 people take the 49ers last week.
Out of like 40.
Out
we
of
had
like 40,
texters
42 or
last
something
week.
like that, yeah.
All right, we got Paul from OC. Very frustrated with the Eagles offense that never got better and never adjusted through the season. Very predictable and not innovative. Must get experienced NFL play caller. No more first-timers. In short, blame goes to the offensive scheme coordinator. Yeah.
I mean, definitely agree with that, but like I said, Jason Avant would break it down the film. He put a lot of blame on the players, and he's a former player.
Now, this one might rile up some people. I blame Sirianni. I would have said thank you, welcome back, Jim H. If you're going to bring in an experienced offensive coordinator, then you need to help him grow. He needs to create an environment that keeps AJ focused. He's a clown show. Him and Fat Dom. This time next year, we will be looking for a new coach becoming a laughing stock. That's a bit much. Come on.
I got to be honest with you. My brother Bobby's very critical of Sirianni. I mean, last week he even called him a punk. The way he acts with he's got yelling matches with the fans.
Right.
He gets in yelling matches with opposing receivers. They get knocked in the sideline. He's up there in their face and their grill, yapping at them. That's not a good look for a coach.
Yeah, and I agree with a few of the texters here. I really agree with they lost that dog mentality. Now, they said coming into the year, last year's last year, we're not focused on the Super Bowl. This is a new year. No, you could tell when you haven't tasted that championship, you want it.
So there's truth to that. Jason Kelsey said it when hungry dogs run faster. They just weren't hungry.
Yeah, they weren't hungry.
They weren't hungry this year.
And I think that's where Sirianni would usually play in. He's the guy to get those guys to that hungry level.
With his competitive talk, watering the flowers, let him grow
once they're not hungry anymore. So Sirianni's message kind of goes a little stale maybe, but I don't think he'll be fired next year unless this thing just completely bottoms out.
How do you fire Sirianni? He's been to 2 Super Bowls, won and lost one in the last couple of years.
I mean, look, Dougie P got fired the year after he won the Super Bowl.
Right. Well, it was time for him to move on, though.
But I was also if we have a similar season next year where we make it to the playoffs, lose, and Sirianni goes, what does that say to the rest of the league if you're a head coach looking for a job saying their first coach to win him a Super Bowl, they canned him the year after. They did what happened to you, Billy.
Right.
You got canned. And then 2 years after Sirianni wins a Super Bowl, brought you to 2, you can him too. So what's that going to say for me? I gotta win it every year. I think that would just be a bad look for the Eagles as an organization wise. I think look, Tomlin went 19 years. He hasn't won a playoff game since 2017. I thought he should have got fired earlier, but still, you have to keep some sort of consistency with your team.
I think as far as Tomlin goes, I know he hadn't won a playoff game since 2000, but he won a Super Bowl. The organization, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a winning organization.
How many head coaches have they had?
3 or 4 since 1970.
So they like having that. They like giving their guys leeway.
Stability. All right. Hour 1 is in the books. Hour 2 ahead of us at 11 o'clock. Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. Then we're going to hear from my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, at 11:15, followed by my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar in Summers Point. He'll be doing his last segment for the 2025 season here. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Aaron Ewing, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen to the NFL Divisional Round.
The exciting action of the NFL postseason is on Westwood One.
No time on the clock. Still looking. He's going to throw it up to the end zone. Intercepted. The game is over.
Hi, this is Scott Graham. Join us this weekend for the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs. The hour-long pregame show kicks off Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. From now until Super Bowl 60, the NFL playoffs are on Westwood One.
Listen to the NFL Divisional Round later today on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean's 18 Mini Golf and Bar is now open at Ocean Casino Resort. This isn't your ordinary mini golf. It's a multi-million-dollar entertainment destination with state-of-the-art technology and an atmosphere that's fun for all ages. Enjoy 2 incredible 9-hole courses, 2 eye-popping holograms, and a vibrant main bar, all in an 8,000 square foot space located on the casino level next to La Scala's Fire. To learn more, visit theoceanac.com.
Must be 21 or older to wager or consume alcohol. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Embarrassed by ugly yellow toe fungus?
Living with toe fungus it's embarrassing. I was afraid to take my socks off. I hid my yellow and crumbly toes from everybody.
Introducing Crystal Flush. Crystal Flush is the only FDA-registered 2-in-1 home treatment that attacks your toe fungus from both the inside and out. Crystal Flush's new and different combination system knocks out toe fungus for good. Guaranteed.
Crystal Flush is different. After just a few weeks, my fungus was gone. 100% disappeared. Crystal Flush was the only thing that ever worked. So if you're skeptical because you tried a bunch of other stuff, Crystal Flush is different. This is a game changer.
Crystal Flush is now available without a prescription, but it is not available in stores. Get your risk-free supply today. Go to crystalflush.com. That's CRYSTAL flush.com. Stop being embarrassed by ugly yellow toenails. Go to crystalflush.com or call 800-204-4484.
Any trade goes. Now at RK Kia of Vineland. Still owe thousands on your trade? It doesn't matter. RK Kia wants any trade, regardless of year, make, model, or condition. Drive home a new Kia for $199 a month. $199. Lease new 26 Kia K4 LXs from just $199 a month. $199 for 24 months. New front-wheel drive 26 Kia Sorento S, just $388 a month. $388. Plus, you get RK coverage. No charge. Ding repair, tire repair, wheel repair, windshield repair, and more. No charge. Any trade goes. RK Kia of Vineland. RK does it right. RK Kia of Vineland. MyRKKia.com. MyRKKia.com.
To qualified buyers, plus tax and title. For details, call 856-641-1111 or myrkkia.com.
The champs are back, and it's game time at the family-owned Piccadilly Inn. Skip the lame chains. Treat your friends to their world-famous wings for eat-in or carry-out, and 6-packs to go. Get your chicken wing fix on Route 206 in Shamong. Visit Piccadilly.com.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
All right, we're back broadcasting live right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my new intern, Aaron Ewing, and, of course, Alex Berardis producing and co-hosting today as we still commiserate the loss of the Eagles last Sunday to the 49ers. Of course, they went down to the Seahawks yesterday. That wasn't too much of a game to look at. Our Philadelphia Flyers are in a free fall. They are 0-5-1 in their last 6, and the 76ers are having their troubles, too. And now it's time to talk with Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call the Vassar Pool Service at 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Vassar Pool Service. Let's go to the sports hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda. Good morning, P.J.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning.
How about you? We have Erin in here, who you introduced me to at the Flyers game that you took us all to, and she's making her debut in front of the microphone.
I love it. Back in the day, I used to play hockey with her father. If you can imagine that. It was rough times back then. Rough times.
She's off to a great start. All right, PJ. First of all, we have to thank you so much publicly for getting the locker room crew to the Eagles game last week, but I got to tell you, we were so pumped up for that game last week, and the way they lost it was devastating. We've talked about this with Scott Grayson today. Alex, Aaron, and I all said it. This team didn't deserve to continue going because they were a mess. But that being said, it was still a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was with Alex on this. I think that if we won last week and got through, if we squeaked through again, as Aaron would say, we just by the skin of our teeth and beat San Fran, we would have gotten mopped the floor with this week either way. So it kind of saved us the embarrassment of the next week of what was going to happen, if you ask me.
All right, at 609-403-0973 is our text board. Who do you place all the blame on, PJ?
I'm going to be honest with you. I put 90% of the blame on the players, and specifically A.J. Brown, and some of the other. Not all of them. I think our defense played pretty decently. I mean, we had some holes here and there where we left the first play of the game. I mean, the first drive of the game was bad, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it really comes down to the players executing. I'm glad we got rid of Petula, but I think that he's not the only problem we had. I mean, it's numerous, but a lot of it's on our players. They're just not playing up to their potential.
PJ, we're coming all we have to look forward to now is the draft, I guess, right? We got nothing else. Are you thinking they're going to go offensive line? We get another receiver to replace AJ? I feel like there's a lot we can do here in this draft.
I mean, we're kind of in an Embiid situation with AJ, right?
Oh,
okay,
please.
We got a big salary. We got a guy that can't catch the ball.
You can move AJ though.
Drop 3 balls.
You can move AJ though. You can't move Joe.
Well, right, but I'm saying AJ's got a $20 million. What do we got? A dead capital? It's going to cost us a fortune.
Yeah, before June 1st if you trade him.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If you ask me, I mean, if we come back with him next year, I just can't see him changing everything and all of a sudden being this great receiver again. I mean, the way this year went and the way it ended, literally the coach was. Sirianni was screaming at him at the sideline. I mean,
that certainly wasn't a good look.
No, I mean, I don't know what he was saying. I imagine it had something to do with hey, you wanted to get the ball, we're throwing it to you. Could you please catch it? Something along.
Well, he
lines.
said he was just trying to get him off the field. That's how that argument started. But I think it was. I think led up that there was a lot of things that precipitated that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, listen, but there was frustration. Obviously there wasn't a lot of continuity of us playing well together. There wasn't. I mean, we looked bad. I mean, I couldn't wait for the game to end just because I couldn't bear to watch us play this terrible anymore. It was painful.
So PJ, I have a question for you. We have 20, free agents, right?
Yeah, 20 free agents.
Yeah,
10 on offense, 9 on defense, and a punter.
Which players do you think, they have to be signed? Which players aren't, replaceable for the Eagles?
So, I mean, for me, I don't know if there's a ton of guys that I feel like, because the guys that are playing well, we're going to have to pay. I mean, we're going to pay. It's going to be big money. So, I mean, I'm down for a rehaul here. I think we got to, trim it down to the beginning, see what works and kind of get rid of a lot of those open gaps. If I had to keep some of them, I mean, the guys that have been consistent through the years, we got to watch how old they're getting. I mean, Lane, for example, I mean, he's been on and off of the field. I mean, when he's on, we play great, but he's like in a beat. He's not. He's missing half the years now these years. So, I mean, if we could get someone to start getting some youth in there, I don't want any of our young guys going away. You know what I'm saying? All the guys that we have that are up and coming that have that Super Bowl experience and we don't want to lose them, but we definitely could lose some of our aged players where, even though we really had a lot of faith in them, as far as I can't believe we brought back Brandon Graham, but I mean, it's just I don't know. We can't hold on to them forever. We got to let some of these guys go.
Well, look what the Phillies just did. They brought JT Realmuto back.
Hey, look, he's a good catch. Listen, here's the thing. He was our best option. Okay, we didn't have a lot of options for catching there. I'm not happy about the situation of his knee conditions and how it's going to be. I mean, but for the Phils, the Phils where I was upset about is where we had the opportunity to lock up that the young guy, the outfielder, and we let the Mets have. I don't know, dude. Like that, just don't even start.
What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Yeah, it's just come on, man. I can't believe that's happening. And to all teams, to the Mets, it's really, now we're going to have to see him like that. He's probably going to have a great, he's going to be an up-and-coming star. We'll watch and see.
I'm actually happy Billy brought, because that was where I was going to bring this to, was the Bo Bichette situation. We're going to bring it back to the blame. Where are you putting that blame on? Phillies, Bo Bichette? I saw a lot of people saying they blame MLB for having the no salary cap. What with the Dodgers signing everybody.
And everything. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, Dodgers are ruining baseball. I think we can all agree on that.
I think the lockout's
That's
coming.
what Fran McLaughlin said in that group chat.
It's becoming like what the Yankees tried to do back then. It's not fun like that. Like, you want it to be competitive. You want players to go all over the place. You don't want to have one stacked team. It's not fun for anybody to watch baseball.
Well, after signing Kyle Tucker, they pretty much solidified themselves as another World Series contender.
100%. Yeah, I mean, it's just not. But look at their salaries that they're paying. It's crazy. It's just insane the way that they're doing it.
In the past 2 years, the Dodgers have given out $2.2 billion in contracts. In the past two seasons.
I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, it's making the sport not fun to watch.
Hey, PJ, you know that you're only worth what somebody's going to pay you. So if somebody thinks he's worth $60 million a year, then he's worth $60 million a year.
No, you're right on that. You're absolutely right on that. But the reality of it is it should be a fair opportunity for other places to compete for his option. If nobody's willing to pay it, then yeah, that's what it is. But what they're doing over there is that they're colliding to, yes, they're paying out the money, but they're collaborating to get all these players there. And yeah, they want to go to a winning team. Of course they do, you know?
609-403-0973. The text board question is, who do you put the blame on? Who gets most of the blame for the Eagles' early exit from the playoffs? 609-403-0973. What's going on with the Flyers, Mr. Negadelphia? They're 0-5-1, and my buddy Rick Tockett, I mean, he's probably he's picking his hair out what's left on his head.
I mean,
there is no hair on his head.
That was our only hope we had left, and I got to tell you, ever since I brought you guys to that game, it's been all downhill.
He's piling on us too, PJ.
I mean, it's like we're a jinx for him. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we got to watch them at home. If we get too close, it seems like they all fall apart. You know?
It's tough to watch. I mean, yesterday I went home after the show. I laid down because by the way, I have to tell you about your father's Dr. Corda. He's a pain management specialist. I had that injection the other day. PJ, you know how bad that hurt? Oh my God!
Did they put you to sleep for it? Did you
No, I said to the doctor after the procedure, I said, why didn't you knock me out for that? That's how bad it hurt.
And listen, let me tell you, doctors don't know how painful it is. They're always the ones sticking the people with the needles.
When they jab, I got it. So they give me an injection in my back. He goes, all right, you're going to feel a pinch. I felt the pinch. I could deal with it. Then he goes, you're going to feel a little pressure. I could deal with that. Then he put the dye or whatever he shot in my back. My whole left leg was on fire. I felt like I was getting electrocuted by 100 kilowatts of electricity.
Well, you know what they're doing, man. They're sticking that steroid right where your nerve is. So yeah, it feels awful, dude. I get injections all the time, but I go to sleep, man. They give me the ball, I pass right out. You know?
PJ, we'll talk a little Sixers with you because we got a couple seconds left. But they're kind of in a little funk too right now.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you. Glad Nick's not on today because, that one over there always saying how all the Sixers. Listen, man, we look terrible against the Cavs. We're not, there's not a lot of continuity there, and we're old. Like we gotta watch there that this is the year. If he's going to try and make a run, they got to stay healthy and start playing better together. And right now, I mean, I wouldn't start betting on the Sixers anytime soon.
All right, PJ, as always, we appreciate your insight. Mr. Negadelphia, brought to you by the Vassar Pool Service. Not happy with your pool, people? Call the Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. As always, PJ, we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next weekend.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good one.
All right, there he is, P.J. Corda. We got to thank him for. All right, he took us all. You were at the Flyers game.
I was there.
So you're just as much to blame as we are.
I am.
Alex.
I am.
Yeah, you're not getting out of this free.
I think the fact that it happened to you guys twice. That's.
Yeah, she has a point there. Yeah.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is a proud sponsor of the Second Hour Locker with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422, whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime at 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll talk with my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Aaron Ewing, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Pacers.
Tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Sixers ball, Maxey and McCain. Now Jared for three, and he bangs it in. Jared McCain from deep.
It's Sixers basketball. Tomorrow night, coverage begins at 7 p.m. It's Sixers basketball all season long.
Are you kidding me?
On South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball. 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Here's the tale of Tina, searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Hotfoot at goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
We're famous for our buffalo wings. The Piccalilli. When it comes to cooking wings, we're the king. The Piccalilli.
The champs are back, and it's game time at family-owned Piccalilli Inn. Skip the lame chains and treat your friends to their world-famous wings for eat-in or carry-out. And 6-packs to go. For game day, get your chicken wing fix on Route 206 in Chemog, New Jersey. Visit Piccalilli.com.
If you can't stop in, stop back. The Piccalilli Inn.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live here at the studio. Billy Schweim. Aaron Ewing is with me today, our new intern. Of course, Alex Berardis producing and co-hosting today. Now, yesterday on the program, I get a text message from my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes, saying it's our fault that we started this Flyers skid and the Eagles' losses. Ever since we went to that Flyers game, our teams have been losing. The Sixers, the Flyers, and the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm putting it on us too. Not the
Are you really?
Not the Flyers. Yes, I'll put the Flyers on us. But Eagles, that was just inevitable for that to happen.
Let's go to the sports hotline and welcome into the locker room my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes. Good morning, Grimesy.
Good morning. Good morning. My kind of day, rainy, football, fireplace is on.
get to listen to you guys. Good job, Aaron, on your first day at work, or second day, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. Grimesy, man, you blaming me? You blaming us guys for the rise of our teams? What are you doing, man?
I'm just ribbing you a little bit. Take it easy. Just giving you a little ribbing. Hey, I'm gonna make an analogy here. You ready? Here's my analogy. Why do people turn cars in after they have like 50,000 miles?
Why would they turn them in? Because they got 50,000 miles.
Because they start breaking down. They start breaking down. That's what's happened to Lane Johnson. We need to get another draft pick for him. We should have got rid of MB when he won the MVP, and it's now time to get rid of Hurts. I'm just gonna bring one statement up from the football. I'm telling you. Wait to hear this. Wait to hear this, Alex. One statement from Tom Brady that I've been preaching about Hurts the whole season. Tom Brady says, "Do you know why he rolled out there? Because he can't see over the lineman." Do you know what the problem is with rolling out like that? You can only throw to the other half of the field because you're not going to go throw across his body. And he does it all the time. He limits, and then the D sees it, and all they got to do is guard half the field.
Hey, Grimesy, Jason Avant said it perfectly. He was putting the blame. I think he gave Batula 50% of it, and the players the other 50%.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, Saquon, are you saying Saquon just fell off the face of the earth? I mean, come on. I put a little blame on him. I mean, where'd his edge go? Jason Avant
on NBC Sports Philly breakdowns the film and shows everybody, illustrates. There were like a couple blocks that A.J. Brown, they were like phantom blocks. He didn't sustain his block and pushed his man right into Saquon Barkley. If he would just stay with his man, hold that block a little longer, he could have sprung Barkley for a long run, but he didn't do it.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know. I think I believe it or not, I would keep AJ and trade Hurts. I would either try to go get maybe Herbert. I mean, I'm telling you, he hasn't done it with L.A. I mean, he's a pocket passer. We need someone tall who can gun it. I mean, look at what AJ used to do with the Titans. I'm telling you. I mean,
Grimes' advocating getting rid of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, all right, Grimes.
You got to do it now.
You're my guy. You know that. You're my guy, Grimes. But what are we talking about here? First off, how are you going to get Justin Herbert? Second of all, Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP, MVP runner-up for the Heisman, has outdueled Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls.
Alex, hold on. He's a winner. There's no doubt about it. But he's got a lot of flaws in his game, that being said.
No doubt.
1,000%. Hey, Alex, let me ask you a question. What franchise quarterback hasn't gotten an extension at this point in his career?
He did.
How come they haven't given him an extension?
He's still got 2 years left. He's probably going to finish out this year or this offseason, finish out the year, then get the extension. But
he was looking for it this year, supposedly. According to Grayson, he just said it.
Well, this was, I think, a bad year because to me, look, you could say all you want about players got to execute and stuff like that, but if you're given slop to play with, there's not much you can do there. I don't think Jalen was given the chance to succeed this year. I really don't.
Hey, are you ready for this, Grimesy? I just got a text message from Tom Jackson from Jackson & Sons Electrical. I agree with Grimesy. Jalen has to go. And that's from Tom Jackson.
Hey, great minds think alike. Tommy and I, we come on, we align. Let's go. I'm telling you.
People are going to think you're crazy, Grimesy.
When Embiid won the MVP, right, we should have traded it to get rid of him, send him to the Knicks, who wanted him bad. We could have got good draft picks back, and now look at us.
Wow.
We got a
People are going to think you're nuts. My agent at the beach is nuts. But Alex, he's got a point. I know you think he's crazy, but he's not the only one thinking that way.
Look, who are you going to replace him with?
Billy, I say this all the time, and when I sell real estate, right, I tell everybody, you know your 5-year-old house? And when it's 10 years old, you can't get rid of it because it's 10 years old. Get rid of it while it's 5, while it's still new construction. Just got to keep moving. I'm telling you, you got to keep moving it. You got to sell it when it's hot commodity. You can't make. I mean, the Phillies made the mistake back in 08, 09 when we won the World Series. You kept relying, oh man, we won the World Series. We'll keep on. And then what happened? We kept them when it was too late. They were too old.
Now you say, how are you going to get Justin Herbert? You think that?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, Alex, I'm just saying. Trade. Listen, we need somebody's going to want Hurts. I'm not saying he's a horrible quarterback. Somebody will take his services. I want a pocket passer. I want a Tom Brady, someone who's 6'4", who can see over the lineman, who can get rid of the ball down and hit AJ in stride instead of lofting up these little balls and saying, "Hey, go get it."
AJ's got to catch it first.
Hey, guess what? I just got a text message from my brother. He's agreeing with you too.
Wow!
Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah. He says, I totally agree with Grimes.
How about next week, Tom Jackson and me and your brother take over the show for one weekend?
Who's going to be in the lead chair? Bobby?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, no, we'll give it to Bobby.
He can't do what I do. Bobby can't do what I do, Grimesy.
That's true.
We'll have another fist fight. We'll have another fist fight at Playland parking lot for everybody to
Listen,
see.
I still want that. I want the rematch. We can make that go viral. I'm telling you.
All right.
We'll have Aaron and Alex.
I already got the referee jersey, so I'm all ready.
All right, Grimesy, we love you, brother. Our football season's over. We got a few more weeks left in the playoffs until we get to the Super Bowl in February. Mark, as always, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you next time.
You got it. By the way, that was an interception. That was not an interception last night in that game versus the Denver.
See,
Broncos.
I disagree.
No,
Right. I think
yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah. That game should have been over. Field goal done. That's just such a shame. And then Bo Nix to go down. What a shame.
Yeah.
But anyhow.
All right, Grimesy, we'll talk to you, brother.
See you, Grimes.
All right, love you. See you guys.
Hey, Mark Grimes, man, he's getting people to agree with him. How about that? People think he's nuts, Aaron, but
I'm one of them.
He's one of them.
Grimesy's my guy, no doubt. But Johnny G here on the text board too. Yo, Billy,
Johnny Griner.
I agree too. Herbert's 6'7".
Wow, Griner
Hurts
does
is
too.
6 foot. But sure, you want to trade for these great. What GM is going to let their guy go? The only quarterback you could possibly trade for right now is a Kyler Murray, who's a smaller.
No, that's the same thing. Yeah, you're going backwards with him.
Exactly.
So you don't think would you be able to do a straight up for? Could you imagine Herbert for?
No.
Jalen
And
Hurts?
now look, this past playoff performance, I'm not putting on Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's a tough guy. This guy is getting
beat us.
He has 3 of the worst offensive linemen on the PFF grades. One of them being Mekhi Becton, but he was on his back so many times, just getting lit up. But he has not won a postseason game. He was up 25 against the Jaguars a few years ago.
Man.
Blew that. We have a winner. We have a guy who's won a Super Bowl. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for next season. Give this guy a good offensive coordinator. This guy's going to shut up so many people. And I'm gonna be here for it. I can't wait.
All right. It's amazing, but when you lose like that and the fans aren't happy, you're going to get all kind of crazy proposals and ideas.
Yeah, we all saw this coming.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is a proud sponsor of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Good to say hello to Will, JM, Chet, Jason. They do a great job. Very friendly. I want to tell you about Las Scalas. If you're inside the Ocean Casino, you're already winning, especially at Las Scalas. Handcrafted Italian classics, fresh seafood, and signature cocktails. All steps away from the action. Dinner before the show, late night bites after the big win. That's Las Scalas. They deliver every time. Go to Las Scalas Fire at the oceancasino.com. That's Las Scalas. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Aaron Ewing, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Where do you go to get an offensive coordinator who's proven in that town, who's never going to get a head coaching job again? Frank Reich is your answer. Done and done. Make him the offensive coordinator for the next few years. He's not going to be a head coach in this league again, so there's a solution. Is it better than Kevin Petullo based on experience in Philadelphia and based on the fact that no one will hire him as a head coach? That's what they need.
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-923-6829 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-923-6829. That's 800-923-6829. What do you have to lose? Call 800-923-6829. Again, 800-923-6829.
Caesars Sportsbook app is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. Bet on gridiron action, earn perks on every game, like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code Radio250BM and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose. Open to new users in New Jersey who are 21 or older. Minimum odds is minus 500. Award is non-withdrawable bonus bet expires 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promo for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live here. Billy Schweim, my new intern, Erin Ewing, Alex Berardis are in the studio. It's a little inclement weather. Get some snow coming down, and we're getting some text messages 609-403-0973. The question is, who gets most of the blame for the Eagles' loss? And my brother, Tom Jackson, and Mark Grimes are advocating for maybe to move on from Jalen Hurts, but a lot of people don't like that, Alex, and we got a few text messages. You want to read them off?
Yeah, we got one specific guy here. He's making his voice heard. You guys make me sick. Get rid of Jalen. Wow. Go get Herbert. Never been out of the first round of playoffs. What is this guy talking about? Jack from in Cape May Courthouse. Jack's, I think he's on my side.
And you paraphrase it.
Yeah,
you didn't read the whole text in its entirety.
Yeah, no.
Because we couldn't.
But I think Jack's on my side here. And Grimesy, I think you're going to have to make a comeback over at Jack here.
But listen, you knew you were going to get that kind of reaction when you say move away from Jalen Hurts. It's just you're going to have people that are adamant about keeping. I mean, the guy is a winner. And while they did underperform this year, it's not all his fault, but he's the field general. He's going to get a lot of the blame.
I can't wait
the way
to
it
see
is.
Jalen Hurts. You can't judge him off this year because we were all saying on this show Jalen Hurts should be on when the lists came out preseason that Jalen should be on it. Now people are going to take him off it. But I just want to see him with a guy who has a sense of how to coach an offense.
All right, let's get the opinion from my last guest of today. Let's go to my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant, Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out their full menu at charliesbar.com. Call in for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the Shore since 44. That's Charlie's Bar. Let's go to the Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room my fantasy football guru and yours, Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru.
Good morning, guys. I want to tell you, I stopped at my office so I could do this show in a little peace and quiet, and I'm looking out the window The boys are in the car. They're running from seat to seat, jumping on top of each other, and they don't think I see them. But when I get in the car, I'm going to whoop their butt.
They're roughhousing. I love it.
Anyway, to answer your question, Billy, just stop drafting Eagles, and we'll be all right. If you would stop taking them and putting the jinx on them in your fantasy football league, then we'd be all right.
All right, he's another guy. They're blaming me. It's all my fault. I went to the Flyers game and started their 6-game skid. I went to the Eagles game. They lost. I turn on the Sixers. They lose. Don't play. It's not my fault.
The Sixers one's
Become
real.
a Dallas fan, Billy, and we'll probably win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Unbelievable. Guru, you were in attendance of the game last week, and, I mean, how hard was that to sit through that misery?
It was terrible because I got to be honest, you almost had the sense of it just wasn't coming. You know, the minute they missed that extra point at the beginning of the game, we all looked at each other and we all said, that's going to be a difference maker in this game. And sure enough, it was. Instead of being down a field goal, tying it and going to overtime, you know, they end up losing the game because they've got to go for it. You just could tell they were not clicking.
But in all fairness, their field goal kicker missed an extra point.
He
or
did.
A field goal.
But we're the Eagles. We always have to make it harder. We can never just go the easiest path, Billy.
It was cold. It was windy. The locker room crew was all there. And while we were blessed to be sitting up in the club box, because if you got too cold, you could just get up out of your seat, go into the club box area, warm up, and come back out. But not my two producers, Nicky Earnshaw and Alex Berardis. They sat out for the entire game.
We got a spine. That's why.
We were there about 12:30, tailgated, you know, all the way up until about 40 minutes before the game, made our way in. And it was, man, once that sun went down, it was cold. We had 3 Niners fans right in front of us.
Oh, no way.
They bailed for a little while. You know, they went to go get their food and their beer. And with them gone, I actually missed them because then it was a lot colder without anybody blocking the wind in front of me.
Brian, speaking of Niners fans, I think the best part of the day was we're trying to get into the stadium. Billy's got his tickets on his phone. He can't figure it out. He's getting into
Billy
a fight.
versus technology.
Yeah, Billy versus technology. He's getting into a fight with a Niners fan while trying to. He's showing his parking pass, thinking it's his ticket. We got a line of people.
That's what
coming
came up
behind
on
us.
my phone. It wasn't my fault.
Then they started packing behind us. Oh, it was brutal.
Did he do the old "Don't you know who I am"?
By the way, the 40s Niner fan, he had a big fat gold chain. He was all. There was a lot of Niners fans, weren't there, in the stands?
Yeah, there were.
I was shocked.
What, though, I think the funniest thing after all this is done, and I'm sure you guys have seen it, was that video of the kid from Philly about Padula flipping burgers.
He's right.
What a hysterical video. I mean, that just keeps popping up, and that kid is spot on. So we're moving on, and listen, you know I'm a big Broncos fan, too.
Yeah,
so last night was a huge game. Huge game, goes overtime. I mean, that controversial call with the interception, I'll take it because nothing ever goes my way. And then just the complete letdown at the end to find out about Bo Nix and his broken ankle. It's brutal, but we're gonna dig deep and we'll see what happens next week.
Hey, Nick Foles did it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not Jared Stidham, so.
Do you have I'm sure anybody playing fantasy football this week? You have picks? You have picks for us?
Yeah, tons of guys, and I got to tell you, a lot of leagues are just wrecked now because people had Buffalo, and if the Rams lose, a lot of people had Niners and Buffalo going in, Rams and Seahawks. So if the Rams somehow lose today, the polls are all jacked up. You know, I had some guys last night. I had Charbonnet going last night in a what we'll call a one and done league. You know, of course, he gets injured. I just can't catch a break. First round, I was in second place. Now I'm down to 15th place, so we'll see what happens.
Give us your picks for this week in fantasy football.
Yeah, well, I like the Rams tonight. You know, I think they're going to have to run the ball. I think that game's going to be a little more low scoring because it's going to be so cold and windy. So I'm taking the Rams tonight, and I'm taking New England. No Nico Collins, I think, is the big difference in that game tonight. I think Houston struggles outside, and without Nico Collins, it's going to be difficult against that defense up there in Foxborough. And I'll tell you what, man. The Patriots look like the real deal. They could go the distance here. Seattle's going to be tough to beat in the Super Bowl, but I could see now with Nick's out, I could see whoever wins that game tonight maybe going on the road and sneaking one out in Denver, but we'll see. Those are my picks for this week and tonight.
All right, Fantasy Football Guru, this is obviously your last segment of this football season. It flew by, but we really appreciate you, and of course, want to thank you so much for being part of the show. You bring a lot to the table, and we appreciate all the work you do. It's a lot of work being in the fantasy football. How many leagues were you in this year?
I was in 3 different leagues this year, pick'ems and all sorts of other stuff. So it's just nonstop football all week, checking waiver wires, injuries, all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate you guys having me on. I appreciate Jimmy and Jeff down at Charlie's, the sponsorship. Don't forget, guys, you got the games tonight. You got the Super Bowl. You can start placing your orders for takeout now because they get so busy. 609-927-FOOD. You got the national championship game tomorrow. 22 TVs down there. Get down there, get some drinks, get some food, and have some fun.
Hey, Brian, I guess the next time I'll see you when I'm in the parking lot, do me a favor. Next time I kick my brother's rear end in the parking lot, please don't film it.
You got it.
All right, Brian. As always, we appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Go Broncos.
All right, here he is. Brian Hartley, my fantasy football guru, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point, serving lunch, dinner, and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com or give them a call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. That's Charlie's Bar. He does a great job. That's a lot of work being on those fantasy football leagues.
I mean, I got to say thanks to Hart. He helped me win the 97-3 league. Yeah. He made some calls that I wasn't going to go with, and I went with the guru, and now I got a trophy.
So Bo Nix breaks his ankle. He played pretty well yesterday, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think he played better than Josh Allen did.
Yeah. I just don't like to see the game be decided by the referees.
Yeah, I think they had too much influence, especially when
it's at the end of the game. They're throwing
the controversial call that they called an interception. That could have easily been called pass interference.
Right.
So to call two more pass interference on the other end when the Broncos had the ball,
But what Alex said, what's his name, Steratore?
I'm pretty sure it was Gene Steratore.
Gene Steratore said the officials that might have been interference on that last play. It was, but you don't throw the flag on that play at the end of the game
on either one of them. But I actually think the play that really costed the Bills was the play right before halftime where they tried to get aggressive, tried to get some points right before the half. Allen fumbles it on his own side of the 50. They go up 10 into halftime. That was brutal because Bills were getting the ball to start the second half. So, all right, down by 7. We drive down the field, score a touchdown, tie game. Now you fumble the football with 3 seconds left. They kick a field goal. It's a 10-point game now. All the momentum goes back to Denver. And, hey, it was a tied game. So that 3 points proved to be the costliest one.
Today's a little bittersweet because, at the end of the year, today was Scott Grayson's last segment, and also my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, was his last segment in the show during, we've had him for the whole football season. And now we got to move on to hockey and basketball and the Phillies coming up. So, pitchers and catchers at the end of February, right?
I wish I could be so much more excited about the Phillies, losing Ranger to Boston. We knew that was happening.
By the way, Mr. Met is calling and texting me. He wants to come on. I'm telling him no.
Yeah, good. I honestly,
we'll have him on next Saturday.
Look, the Sunday. Eagles loss hurt. I'm still more heartbroken over the whole Bo Bichette. I think it's because, like you said, I just witnessed the Eagles win one. Phillies, I was 5.
See, but see, here's the thing, Alex, and I said this to you last week. Okay, they were having a Zoom meeting, but I wasn't fully, you guys were all excited that especially Nick thought he was really coming here. I was skeptical.
All the experts were saying it's a done deal, and you can't let him leave that Zoom call or at one of the meetings without pen to paper. That was on the Phillies. They met his agreements, they met his demands, the 7-year, $200 million. Now, look, I'm happy we didn't match the Mets offer because what they offered him, it's ridiculous. 2 opt-outs and a 3-year deal, crazy. But you should have had the deals signed in place when you've met with them.
Ern, you go to a lot of Phillies games?
This past summer, no, not really. But other summers, yes. So,
because during the baseball season, we do a segment with Tommy Green called On the Mound.
Oh,
and he really gets us pumped up. And I'm a little superstitious. Ever since we've had him on, the Phillies have been relevant. So we're gonna see if Tommy's gonna continue with us. I hope he does because he gives us great insight on baseball.
It was great.
You remember, he threw a no-hitter against the Montreal Expos in 91, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was great, too, because he was on some great teams in Philly, and then we had the whole Nola situation going on, so you could see what, like, from a pitcher's perspective, how what he's thinking, too. So it was great.
So I do want to thank Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, as always, at Blitz's Market. They sponsored them all year. And, of course, my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar, Jimmy and Jeff Thomas down there. They do a great job. And we want to thank them for sponsoring the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is a proud sponsor of The Locker with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game, let Chet and staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, there are private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim, Erwin Ewing, and Alex Berardis right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen to the NFL Divisional Round.
The exciting action of the NFL postseason is on Westwood One.
No time on the clock. Still looking. He's going to throw it up to the end zone. Intercepted. The game is over.
Hi, this is Scott Graham. Join us this weekend for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. The hour-long pregame show kicks off Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. From now until Super Bowl 60, the NFL playoffs are on Westwood One.
Listen to the NFL Divisional Round later today on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schweim. If you're injured or if life takes an unexpected turn, you need a team that'll fight for you. At McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshack, and Davis, you'll get battle-tested trial lawyers with decades of experience standing up for justice. Whether it's personal injury, criminal defense, or complex civil litigation, when everything is on the line, you want attorneys with experience and a reputation as one of the most successful firms in the United States. Call McMonagle, Perry, McHugh, Meshack, and Davis, 215-981-0999, or online at mpmpc.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy, guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Caesars Sportsbook app is the only sportsbook app with Caesars rewards. Bet on gridiron action, earn perks on every game, like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code Radio250BM and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose. Open to new users in New Jersey who are 21 or older. Minimum odds is -500. Award is non-withdrawable bonus bet expired 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promo for full terms. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live here in the studio. Our new intern, Erin Ewing, is with us today. She debuted behind the microphone. You're doing a great job. And, of course, Alex Berardis running the show today. We got the Texans versus the New England Patriots at 3. The Houston Texans are getting 3 points, and the Rams and Bears. And the Bears are getting 3 points, 3.5 at home.
See, I think I'm all over the Bears today. I think that weather
is freezing cold out there. The Rams aren't used to playing in that.
Now, Matthew Stafford, to his credit, he's played in the NFC North. So he's played, now, Detroit's a dome stadium, but he's also played in Chicago twice a year, Green Bay twice a year.
Yeah, but you know what? When you're in LA or like a warm city like Miami or Atlanta or whatever, even they play inside, but it's probably harder to go from a warm weather city to play in a cold weather city than vice versa.
Yeah, there's reports saying he's going to wear a scuba suit out there today. But
Scuba Steve.
Yeah, I'm still all over the Bears. I think Caleb Williams is legit. It's going to be a slow start, just like how last week was.
It's going to be a low-scoring game. The over and under is 48.
You think it's low scoring?
Yeah, don't you?
I don't know.
Are the Bears? I mean,
they're going to be really good offenses.
They're going to be running the ball a lot. I mean, look
but
what they did to the Eagles.
Exactly what I was going to say. Look, they ran the ball against the Eagles, and they put up a ton of points. I think Rams have been hit or miss all season long, and I don't know. There's something about these Bears. I think they can get it done. I think the winner of this game beats Seattle next week.
Really?
I don't know. I just think San Francisco's not that good of a team, which I guess says so much about what the Philadelphia Eagles are. But no, I think the winner of this game makes it to the Super Bowl.
What do you think, Aaron?
I disagree. I think the Bears, I don't know.
The Bears!
I don't buy it. I think if they win this game, maybe it comes down to the weather and, the Rams having to come into Chicago and play in cold temperatures. But, I mean, Puka Nacua.
Is there any precipitation forecasted?
No, there's
it's just supposed to be single digits
really
and negative.
Cold. But, Puka Nacua, I don't know.
You think they're
going to shut him down?
Yeah, but you know what they call Caleb Williams? The Iceman. And, I don't know.
The Iceman cometh.
I like Caleb. Now, look, Puka, he's an animal. He's going to get his touches. I think it's going to be a running game, though, and I do like Chicago's running offense with Ben Johnson more than I like the L.A. Rams.
All right, you just told me right before we came back from the break, there's a video out circulating that Maxey and VJ Edgecombe got into a little shouting match?
Yeah, so apparently
argument?
In the Cleveland Cavaliers game, they were going in transition defense, which hasn't been the Sixers' MO all year long. But there was a miscommunication of who was taking the ball at the point of the attack, so they got a quick transition bucket. Then in the next time out, they were kind of going at it. Now, I don't think this is anything to worry about. This is two guys have brothers fight.
Like me and my brother Bobby, that kicked his butt.
He knows that more than anybody. Brothers fight. But it was more heated than I think you would think these two guys would have.
Yeah, they appear like the chemistry on the Sixers, despite the fact that, and we talked about this yesterday, there's continuity with them. That's their biggest problem. Keeping Embiid and Paul George in the lineup, it's very difficult to do because they're often injured. That being said, I think the Sixers, they look like they have great team chemistry, wouldn't you say, Alex?
Yeah, 99% of the time, they always show Maxey and Edgecombe. They're doing their little dance. They're having fun.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun.
Yeah, I think this is just, look, we're in the middle of the season here. We've played, 30-something, 40-something games. If you're not getting into a scuffle at some point, there's a problem there, I think. I think this is good for building a relationship between the two.
It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. Nicky Earnshaw believes that this team can win the championship in the NBA.
I think they're a playoff team.
Well, yeah. What are they, the 7th spot in the rankings?
Let's see. I think no.
That's the intern job. Look that up. I think they're in the 7th hole.
Now, I don't think they're a championship team, but they do have the pieces to be a championship team, though, because a lot of people hate on Embiid. My only problem with him is his ego. Like last against Cleveland, he got dunked on. Like it was a bad poster.
Right.
And I said to it, watch, we're going to go down the court here, and Embiid's going to force the ball to himself and take a bad shot. You know what he did? Exactly that. Because his ego just can't get it out of the way that's saying, all right, kick it to Maxey. I got dunked on, made a bad play, let the superstar go to work here. He couldn't do it.
The Sixers are 22-18, and they currently hold the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference.
Spot on.
So, I mean, football's over, Alex.
Well,
Aaron?
For
us, anyway.
We talked about going to Radio Row.
I'm excited about that.
I'm kind of relieved.
Mike Gill invited us out there. We have a blast. Grayson will be out there with us.
Yeah, I'm kind of
relieved. You, me, Nikki,
that we
Mike
don't
Gill,
have to deal with I can just watch football.
PJ.
I don't have to worry about matchups. How are we going to play? No, I can just go out there, get some cool interviews, watch Billy beat Billy, and just enjoy some football.
I don't know why you guys are making a big deal of it. I go out and I talk with people.
I'm going to be right there with you. I got
Spotter,
no shame.
trying to get Mike some guests and stuff.
I got no shame. We have Mike Gill. I won't reveal the guests, but he's already texted us. He's got some guys lined up.
See, here's the thing. You go to Radio Row, Aaron. There's all kind of people just walking around, former players. And you try to go up there and see if they got a few minutes to come to talk with Mike on his show, The Sports Bash. Will be broadcasting live all week from out there. And it's a lot of fun. I don't know why you guys single me out and watch what I do. I just do what everybody else does.
Billy, I bought my own microphone setup. So you're gonna go to one side of Radio
That's
Row.
right.
I'm going to the other side, and I'm saying, who wants to come on the locker room?
Yeah, but it's not that easy because a lot of them you got to talk to my handler. Talk to my people.
Big time you.
Yeah, they big time you.
I mean, look, some of these guys are Hall of Famers, but hey, this is the locker room. We can't
I
sell
just don't
ourselves
take
short
no
here.
for an answer. All right, who do you like tonight in the 3:00 game between Houston and New England?
6:30.
No, they play at 3, don't they?
No, I think yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're
they
right.
play
Yeah,
at
no, you're right.
New England and
Houston. Now, I was riding New England a lot. And then I see the entire NFL live crew yesterday picks the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
I'm like, they don't have Nico Collins, but I do think this Houston defense is legit. I'm going to pick New England to win. I think Houston covers, though, in a low-scoring game.
How about you, Art?
I feel like every time I've doubted the New England Patriots, they've always won. So I'm going to go them.
I think I'm taking Houston tonight. I'm staying away from the game. I don't feel great about it, but I think I'm going to take Houston. And then tonight, the nightcap, I think I'm going to take the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. All right. I was struggling today, but my throat was very sore. I want to apologize for my raspy voice, but we made it through, Aaron. It was great having you this weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope everyone thinks my debut went well. I think I did all right, so hopefully I'll be back.
You will be back. And Alex, as always, we appreciate your efforts running the show. I want to thank Scott Grayson so much for the whole year of work that he did, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City. And, of course, my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar. Thank him. And, of course, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Shriner. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you back here right next weekend in the locker room with Billy Schweim.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim.
It's Sixers Pacers.
Tomorrow night on 97.3 ESPN with the